Nevada virtual reality is a real world, and right now we're dealing with the proficiency exam, and you guys should be able to solve similar problems like the one I'm showing you here on the exam without any problems. Okay, and let's do a quick review. 130 is asking you what is the area of the shaded region in the figure shown below, right? And as you can see, you know, they're telling you that you have a right triangle, that this side here is 2, right? From here, let me use a different color. From here to there is 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters. Here is also 2 centimeters. And I have a shaded region that's given to me, and I have to find what is the area of this shaded region. Now I'm assuming that because no other facts to contradict my opinion are existing here, I suppose that this angle here is a 90-degree angle. And if that's the case, then we will know that this shape here that I'm marking in red will be nothing else but a square with all its sides of 2 centimeters. In order for you to be able to find what is the area of the shaded region here, all you have to do is to find the area of the given triangle, right? The area of the triangle. Then find the area of the white square, and imagine that you're cutting this white square out of that triangular shape, out of that triangle. And after you do that, to find what you're left with, basically the shaded regions, you only have to perform that subtraction and you will be done. Okay, and let's move on. What is the area of a triangle? You guys remember the area of a triangle is given by 1/2 of your base times height, right? Well, for a right triangle, the area is given by the product of its legs, of its shorter sides, which in this case are of length 4. So 1/2 of the product of these two sides, because one of them is the base, one of them is the height. So it'll be 1/2 times 4 times 4. And that equals what? Well, 2 goes in 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So I know the area of the original triangle is going to be 8 centimeters. Now, what is the area of the square that you're going to cut off your triangle? Well, the area of the square is given by the product of its sides, right? Because the square is actually a rectangle, base times height, but because for a square your base is the same with its height, I mean basically all your sides are the same. If one side is a, the area will be a squared, which in this case equals 2 squared and equals 4. Getting back to what the problem is asking you to find, if you take 4 units away from your 8, you will be left with 4 units, 4 squared centimeters, and the answer for this problem will be 4. Now, this is working if my assumption was right, and I suppose that it was right, because otherwise, and I can give you a case here, imagine that actually you have your cut like this, right? If your cut will be like that, you may not have the same situation, or you may have it, but you have to prove and you have to demonstrate by mathematical statements how and why you're ending up with the same result. Okay, but for the given problem, because the shape the shapes that were given to us. This cut here, this white part, looks like a square. We assume it was a square, and by assuming that, we're able to answer and say that yes, after that cut, the triangles that are left here will have an area of 4 centimeters. Okay, that's only one approach. Another approach would be to find what is the area of each one of the small triangles here. That, if you notice, will have a side of 2 and another side of 2, and that's a right angle over there. Okay, and you find the area of each of the triangles. This triangle will be what? Base times height, 2 times 2 divided by 2, and that will be 2, right? That one is 2. This one will also be 2. You add them, and you also were going to get 4. And that's the way you solve similar problems. You knew it, right? Okay, well, thank you very much for today. See you guys.